All rise for the Honorable Tim G. Jacob as he presides here on the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Honorable one,
Yeah.
the real ones around the world. They receive your verdict on the AFC East. Okay.
I know they
And
pissed.
well, some maybe okay, but now they are looking forward to your verdict on the NFC East. Okay, what say you about that division, Honorable One?
I think I'm gonna lose some friends behind this when it's all said and done. This division is the division I do not trust the most. Let me tell you why. As we sit right now today, the Philadelphia Eagles are the toast of the division, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But we all know how teams, in terms of Super Bowl aspirations, going back the next year is hard. Everybody's gonna give you their best shot, right? They are the most talented team in the division. And for that, I will allude to the people out there that they are gonna win the division. But it ain't gonna be easy. Not gonna be easy. Now, America's team, I ain't gonna say all the names that tie in and side with this squad, but the boys with the star on their helmet. Y'all know if you've been real ones, you've been down with us, you know who down with them, but them boys. My partner Dion, my partner Roland, they'll probably feel some type of way about this, but this is what I'm gonna say about them Cowboys. The media wants to tell me that Kellen Moore was the problem in Dallas. That's what they told me.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe they told me also that the Cowboys ran the football. The problem was Kellen didn't run the ball enough. That's what they said. Kellen didn't run the ball enough. But according to statistics, he ran the ball more than he threw it.
Mm-hmm.
But Mike McCarthy, somebody's coach on this here video, on this here screen. I ain't gonna say who name.
Not no more.
Not no more, but he was.
Been some time now.
Was once at one time.
Once upon a time.
He proceeds to say, I'm gonna run the offense. And I can tell you right now, this man over here, he don't trust that. So y'all gonna put y'all faith and y'all hopes, dreams and aspirations in Mike McCarthy's hands. He won't make 8 games. But that's neither here nor there.
Whoa.
He won't make 8 games.
Whoa.
He go 3-5. He go 3-5. 2-6. Y'all can wave at him. He gone. Jerry finna push the button. Jerry gonna push the button. The Giants, they won't pay Saquon. And in the movie Color Purple, you seen them 2 fingers? Y'all know what them 2 fingers mean if you watch The Color Purple. Until you do right by me. That's all I'm gonna say. This is gonna be an interesting division. This division right here is one of them divisions. It's one of them black and blue divisions, truthfully. Neither team likes the other. Everybody hates everybody. And that's great TV. You're gonna get the Cowboys 6 times a season or 8 times a season. You're gonna get the Philadelphia Eagles probably 7 or 8 times this year. You're gonna get the Commanders. I keep saying the Redskins. The Commanders. You're gonna get them at least 4 or 5 times this year. You're gonna get the Giants. You're gonna get them all on TV. Cool. This is my prediction. Out of respect for the Cowboys, I'm not gonna make them last.
Okay.
But they'll be tied for last. They'll be tied for last with the Giants.
The dislikes on this video.
Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You got 17 weeks to see me.
We got a 96, 97% like rate on this channel. This video for to bring that number down.
It's okay.
Damn.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what I do. That's why I'm the guy with the robe on.
They got a lot of high hopes to you this year. I saw Vegas. Vegas feels kind of good about. I think I saw Vegas having what, top 7 odds or something.
The Cowboys.
I think I saw that. I was watching. I think first thing first, and they were showing some Vegas odds. I think they had Cowboys top 7 or 8. It was up in there.
Let me just say it. Let me just say it like my son would say it right now, because you know Watt be having them sayings.
Okay.
Are you joking, kidding me right now? That's his new saying.
I'm gonna double check as you continue on with your verdict. I'm gonna double check.
Look. Let me tell you something. It's gonna be an ugly division. It ain't gonna be a clear cut, just barrel through type division, because all of these teams have respectable defenses. They all do. The Cowboys defense is very good. The Giants defense, you know, a lot of people be like, but in spots, the Giants defense is the reason why the Giants were able to win a lot of games last year, close ones and such, because the Giants defense was bend don't break. The Commanders, outside of the Eagles, in my opinion, they have the best offensive talent in the division. Mm-hmm. Now, people are going to say, well, what about Sam Howell, the incumbent starter for this year? Okay, you got me. But they got a reliable backup in Jacoby Brissett if it goes bad. But I think the Howell kid can do some good things. And when you got a defense that's going to hold it down, I give the Commanders all the respect they should get. I know. This is what I will say about this division. Clearly, the coaching staff is the best solid, stable coaching staff is the Eagles. I'm good with that. But when you get to the next three teams, you trust Dable and I think it's Wink Martindale. I think it is. I think Wink Martindale is the DC. But you trust that. You trust that staff. But do you trust the talent? Do you trust Saquon not being suited up for week 1? Because I don't think this money situation is going to get straight. I don't think they're going to give Saquon what he's looking for. I really don't. So now you walk into week 1 with no Saquon, unproven talent on the outside, and a Daniel Jones that you gave a lot of money to, but is he a guy? Is he a guy, or is he just a guy? So that's your question. When you get to the Commanders, Riverboat Ron made some risky moves. He made some risky calls at quarterback last year. They should have been a playoff team. But he proceeded to remove Hinkie and go to Wentz. And we all know how the Wentz experiments go. We all know when you hit your wagon to Carson Wentz, it's going to go bad. And that's what happened. But they did beat the Eagles. They did. So here's my prediction. Not to belabor the point. I got the Giants and the Cowboys having the same record this year. Yes, I'm going to make people mad, and I don't care. They got the same record. You can just say they're tied for third. If you don't want to say they're tied for last, you can call them tied for third. I got the Commanders at 2. I believe in Eric Bieniemy. I think Riverboat Ron's going to get out of his way. I think he's going to let Eric Bieniemy, a Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator, coordinate the best talent outside of the Eagles in that division. Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson. I ain't got to say nothing else. I'll take that over the rest of the guys in that division. Now, people are going to say, well, what about that? Well, what about that? That's my question back. What about that?
You got these 4, 5.
Ooh, I hope they mad.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. I looked it up. Okay. FanDuel's been a FanDuel Sportsbook. I shortchanged the Dallas Cowboys.
You did?
Yeah, I did. FanDuel Sportsbook has them as the 6th favorite to win the Super Bowl, not just to win the NFC East.
Was there
to win the Super Bowl?
Was there a picture of cannabis next to that?
Hush. They got Kansas City 1, of course, Philadelphia 2, Buffalo 3, Cincinnati 4, your boys, San Francisco 49ers at 5, and Dallas at
so you telling me
6
so you
with plus 1,400.
So you telling me they put the Niners and the Cowboys beside each other,
Mm-hmm.
and we
5 and
did
6.
what to them last year?
Hold on. MGM.
Oh
Okay. This is Bet MGM. Got the same thing. Okay.
of what? Oh, how? House wait. Let me ask you. Okay. All right. Let me just get off into that. Let me
They
get
got
off
the
into that.
same
Let
thing.
me get off into that.
I told you folks are feeling okay about the
Let
Dallas
me get
Cowboys right now.
let me get off into that just a minute, please.
Okay. Okay.
Now we know what Dak is. Solid leader, great player, etc. All right. I give him his respect. He's a very talented player.
Okay.
He has done more than I think most people predicted based on his college career to now. I think he's done more than what people predicted. I don't think they've seen him as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
He's been a starter for several years now and has done a very good job. But we all know what Dak Prescott is. Dak Prescott is a man that needs a running game behind him, solid. And he just needs to be in those type of situations where, look, you don't have to do it all.
Mm-hmm.
You got a solid running game that can get you there, and then you go make the play when y'all get into territory to score. That's Dak Prescott. That's why I think Dak Prescott thrives best. Now,
Mm-hmm.
Vegas says he's sixth. They're sixth in the predictions of winning it.
Has based on FanDuel and MGM Grand.
So what Vegas is telling me is they believe in Mike McCarthy.
Or at least they believe in him more than some of these other teams that's immediately under him. Would you like to know who they got like immediately under him, just to give you some kind of frame of reference?
Ain't no problem.
Okay. All right. In terms of FanDuel, the teams that they got right there on is Fed's playing with me. He's kind of going slow right now.
I mean, I can throw some teams out there like the Jets. I ain't hear the Jets and all that.
So yeah, you're right. Okay, the Jets are immediately under the Cowboys. Okay, so I guess the Jets getting Aaron Rodgers is not enough in their opinion for them to be seeing them as better. Baltimore is right under that. The Detroit Lions, they make the top 10. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got them ninth. Jacksonville is at 10th. Okay, so that's how they feel about the Cowboys. They got them in the upper echelon of the league.
Okay.
Okay, and that's FanDuel. I'm sure MGM probably same thing. Yep, the
Upper echelon.
Jets under them, with them as well, and the Ravens. Basically the same odds on both parts.
Upper echelon of the league with a guy that we have said been on the hot seat, constantly in the media scrutiny, and we're saying he's the offensive genius. He's offensively genius enough to go win a division, win enough ball games to make a playoff. No Dalton Schultz, he gone. We don't know if Gallup's gonna be the guy that he used to be. We got CeeDee Lamb, we got Michael Gallup coming off injury. We got a line that ain't the line that it was when Zeke was running that pill for him early in his career. Mm-hmm. Zeke gone. Tony Pollard come off an Achilles, and y'all telling me y'all gonna look at me in my eyes and tell me they the sixth best team in the NFL in terms of making the Super Bowl.
And in terms of the NFC, they in their opinion, in Vegas's opinion, the Dallas Cowboys are the third best team in the NFC, behind only Philly. So I guess they got Philly winning the division now. So look at that. What is that? And then of course they're still high on y'all out there. Okay,
they should be.
And then the Dallas Cowboys for the NFC.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll find out September. We'll find out. All I know is this: they're gonna tie for last or third, whichever way you want to say it in the NFC East. I got the Commanders at 2. Yes, with Sam Howell. Yes, with Sam Howell. And I got the Eagles at 1. Now, I know of the Commanders beating the Eagles last year. I think it was a Monday night or a Sunday night. I can't remember. I think it was a Monday night. They beat him with Taylor Heineke. Now, everybody gonna say, well, what's Sam Howell? Who is Sam Howell? I got it. This is what I do know. That team is offensively gifted. All Eric Bieniemy got to do is do what he's been doing at Kansas City. Now, people gonna say, well, he don't call the plays. Okay, got you.
Well, they might also say, Patrick Mahomes ain't coming with him.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But you don't need to score 35 in that division. And with the defense they got, they have a very solid defense now. You don't have to score 35. Get you 27 on the board, 28 on the board, and you keep moving. Keep the other team from getting 28. It's just to me, it's just I think offensively the skill of the teams is going to show through. And if the Giants are stupid enough to not pay Saquon, that's only going to hurt them. That's only going to expose Daniel Jones. What they said about Daniel Jones is going to come to fruition, and that he's really not a guy that you can really just hang your hat on. That last year was a fluke. Because remember now, the Giants won a lot of close games, and that was on Brian Daboll's back, doing what he does masterfully in terms of coaching. But can they do it again? Because this is the NFL. You just can't just pull that off every year. You can't just go be in tight games and win every tight game. It's just not how it goes. So sooner or later, you got to take a step forward. And I don't really know if the Giants have taken that step forward, especially if you're not going to secure the number one guy in your offense in terms of Saquon Barkley. Now, I want him to get paid because I got him in my fantasy team, but that's neither story. That's another story. That's another story. That's another story. I'm sitting over here on pins and needles right now, but that's another story. So, but I'm just saying, I don't trust Dallas. I don't. They want to sell me on that, but I don't trust Dallas.
You a betting man. You always in tune with Vegas doing, and you and Vegas are at odds right now.
I don't trust Mike McCarthy. I don't.
Now, I will say this. Okay. With us, it seemed like he got laxed. We got that Super Bowl back in after the 2010 season.
Okay.
And then my hang up with him was there were situations where we had a guy like Aaron Rodgers and we had good weapons. And it would be like conservative play calling that made no sense in the moment. And like even Aaron would be visibly upset about shit, and I would be visibly upset in my home. You know what I'm saying? But before he got laxed, no, we got some things done. We won a Super Bowl. The next year, I think we went 15-1. We ran into that damn NASCAR package of them fucking Giants in them playoffs. That ruined us. But he had a run. He had a run of pretty good play calling. So maybe, I'm just trying to speak for Vegas. Maybe Vegas is thinking Mike McCarthy should be energized and be back to that form of play calling.
So Vegas is telling me they believe in Mike McCarthy's play calling over. Now, I'm not saying that the talent matches what I'm about to say.
Okay.
But let's just say Sean McVay was backloaded.
Okay.
Think he just out schemed Sean McVay? Or okay, that's fine. The Vikings had a very potent offense. There's some people that say that they've might have gained a step because they're going to Alexander Madison this year.
Now, haven't the Cowboys been pretty high up there in points per game?
But was that Kellen Moore? Or was that Mike McCarthy? I give that to Kellen Moore,
but like
who is now with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm just saying, Detroit Lions offense was potent last year. The Minnesota Vikings offense was potent last year. There were spots in which the Chicago Bears offense was potent last year. The Seahawks were potent last
please
year.
don't say nothing like
The
that.
Seahawks were potent last year. I mean, there were times when you look up and you go, "Hey, there's some pretty good offenses out here in the NFC." And we're gonna say that.
Can we go to the other side of the ball real quick?
Go ahead. The defensive side of the ball. Okay, you got Michael. You got Stephon Gilmore.
But remember, people were saying that Michael Parsons is the second coming of Lawrence Taylor. You remember that early in the season? You remember that?
I once heard a rumor.
Remember, shit was getting wild last year when
it was getting out of control. But this is what I do know. If the defense is like that, Mike McCarthy's gonna screw it up. I don't trust Mike.
No trust whatsoever.
No trust.
Okay.
Not to put Dak Prescott in the situations that he should be in. Whereas, okay, look, you saying now, okay, let's just say Tony Pollard. All right, if Tony's healthy, great. But you're starting the season with a guy that is not Zeke. Zeke was known for pass protection on third down.
Yeah, he can do that.
They told me that right out the gate from his rookie year. Mm-hmm. Tony Pollard ain't no guy that just gonna step in that pocket and pass protect like that. So what happens if Tony gets blowed up? What happens if, you're gonna go to Deuce Vaughn? What you gonna do? So you got Brandon Cooks, you got Gallup, you got CeeDee Lamb. I got it. But you told Kellen Moore, go on, bye-bye, see you. Mm-hmm. Now, what happens if the Chargers start killing it and the Cowboys offense is lacking? Then what? Jerry ain't finna sit there and wait. Jerry finna make a move. Jerry finna fire somebody. Somebody getting fired this year in Dallas. Put it to you like that. If they ain't 7-1 first half of the year, somebody getting fired. Somebody got to go. I'm just going to keep it a buck.
This is interesting. This is an interesting verdict.
I don't love it.
All right, so let's run it down again. So make sure that all the people, all the real ones around the world.
You nice about running it down, because I know I got Dallas fans right now talking about, don't run nothing down. Let him say what he is saying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
At 4.
4 or 3. Which way you want to go?
Well, we gotta have somebody for us. So somebody gotta lose a tiebreak, I suppose.
Okay.
Maybe they got swept.
I got the Giants and the Cowboys tied for last.
Okay. At 2,
I got the Commanders.
And of course, then at 1, he has the Philadelphia.
Now, look, America, this ain't gonna be no sweep. This ain't gonna be no cakewalk. I don't see it being no cakewalk. I see the Eagles getting everybody's best shot throughout the season. Like, this is going to be their most physical year. Now, yes, they have gotten more depth. Matter of fact, could we crown them the Georgia Eagles? I get it. The Georgia Eagles or the Philadelphia Bulldogs, whichever way you want to look at it, because they got all kinds of Georgia boys on their squad. Mm-hmm. I got it. But I think the Eagles have just so much talent that I think sometimes talent will get you across the finish line in certain situations. And I think that's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to rely on. And when you look at their team front to back, they just got to guide every position, man. We don't know how good Jalen Carter is going to be. We've heard all the humbug about him and his off-field stuff and all that. But, man, Jalen Carter, last time I checked, when I watched him in the SEC championship, he picked a grown man up off the ground and held him up for a sack. Last time I checked. Mm-hmm. That ain't every day. And they're talented across the board. They still got Darius Slade. They still got James Bradbury. They lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but they still got corners. They've still got a front seven. They've still got one of the best offensive lines in the league. They still got Jalen Hurts, and they still got a plethora of skill players. It's just going to be hard to deal with. But I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's just going to just dog walk through everybody. I think everybody, the other teams in that division, when they see each other, they're going to give their best shots. They're going to come at them hard. But
Well, America and real ones around the world, y'all have heard the honorable one render his verdict. Okay. What say you about this ruling today? Chime in and let us know.
I know
All
the
right.
like percentage can go down, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's
We'll
gonna
get it.
go there. It's gonna fuck up my percentage team.
We'll
All
get
right. Put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?